Okay, so other than the cat playing with a bit of packing tape, my parents have arranged to deliver some tools from my grandfather's workshop. He's gone into a retirement home and they've packed up the house. So I had gone down and helped pick out some stuff, but I kind of forgot what I got. So W.M. Hansen. I would have to assume that this would be, put that in a pile over there, that's probably a souvenir from my grandfather's time as Registrar of Canterbury University. What do you think's in this one? Nice. I've got a very crappy set, so that's a step up from my current set, so I'm pleased with that. So when I was going through all of my grandfather's stuff, he obviously had a lot of goods from when he was actually being active and DIYing around the house. And I didn't particularly want to give away, those are good screws. As much as the Rotary Club would be able to sell them, I'd love them myself. Probably for picture framing, maybe. And then he's got all these wonderful old tins where, in some cases it's just, as he bought it, but then in some cases he's gone and written on them. So that's the price, including GST, and then the date that he bought it on, the 25th of the 1st, 97. And I found it really hard to think that nose cone to possibly not that one, but another doodad. I found it really hard to think about getting rid of them, So I put them in my box and they will sit in my garage until I can come up with some jobs to use them. And again, I've got a plastic version of this, but really hard to get rid of your grandfather's one that he's made himself, so that's now in my pile. Now that is massive. What does that say? Lakeside, Denmark. My family are from Denmark, but possibly not as recently as this. Man, this is ancient. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, make sure I don't whack the cat by mistake. Oh. Whole bunch of glass cutters. I promise he wasn't a cat burglar. It's just he got forgetful and you put it down somewhere and then you can't find it, so you buy a new one. Some cold chisels. Now, am I going to be able to open this one-handed? I think not. I will put a cut point here and try and open it. And there you go. Possibly not what I'd expect in the garage, but maybe what you would expect, especially with boxes like this. Well, in New Zealand we have screw tops nowadays for our wine bottles, so I'll put that in the doodad pile. And a couple of the old style not set squares, rulers. Very nice. Really nice. This is where my dad starts finding random stuff and going, well, if your grandfather saved it, maybe you want it. I can't see that fitting in my Honda Insight hybrid car, but we'll pop that to the side. Now this would be an heirloom. This would be why I have it. So we've obviously got some sort of can that's become a funnel with a bit of soldering. You can see there's actually a mesh in there. So it's probably something, car, put your oil in or change your oil out related. Probably snaffled from my grandmother's sewing table. (1966 to 1967). Oh, put that in the curio pile. I would guess this would be for, can you focus on it like that? I would guess that would be for putting a bevel on a pipe, maybe? Maybe? Itty bitty one. That's all my... with... So he's wrapped some tape around it, glued it down, possibly to give it a bit of extra, or possibly it's snapped underneath and this is part of his fix. Little drill bits, which, looking at the length of them, are probably some more, yeah, snapped but can't get rid of. Yeah. There's still some life in it, definitely. It's just the sort of thing my grandfather and grandmother did. Post-war mentality. Not that I don't as well. But I've got it genetically now. They wouldn't have had it genetically, surely. Surely we're not a family of hoarders. You can tell by all the tools that perhaps we are. want either. $13, 27th of January 2015. He had a lot of car pumps. When I say a lot, I mean 5, maybe more than 5. Enough that I've already got one at home, but now I've got a second one. Railroad spike. So that goes over here. My grandfather worked on the railroad in Canada when he was working his way up to my grandmother in Edmonton, post-war. So she was a war bride and came out after that on a boat. Proposed to by letter after he'd been out and come back. Little, probably AM radio. You'll notice they, for some reason, aren't going with the curios. That may show my level of interest, or it may show the fact that I've already got 2 ukuleles and don't really want an AM radio. Aha! There we go. Tap and die set. Now you'd think this is junk, but I did actually ask for it. I think I'm going to make a push stick for a table saw. So maybe I'll just pop it in there for now. This is a honing gauge, so I think I know what that's for. $19mm, very long, perfect for doing some wiring jobs around the house. And again, price, date. You need a bit of a TLC. Stanley. Some nice wood on it. This is. Oh. Right, what have we got? Nippers, clippers. Little set of mechanical, what are they called? Mechanical hands, builder's friend. That's pretty cool to have. Another little clamp. This is the grease gun I can use. Yeah, nice, very nice. Little, medium, large. Molecular mechanics woodworking projects. And workshop projects, handily recoated. Elephant rocker. A duck decoy lamp. Oh, what have we got? All of that now needs to fit in my garage.